Timmy, each and every year you got to fill in the blank on this one because when you look at the finals, there's normally a player that we don't suspect is going to be the difference in said finals. So give me a guy below the radar in the Cavaliers and Warriors that you think is going to swing this NBA final.
I think it's going to be JaVale McGee.
What?
Who I'm sure Shaq is watching this right now, laughing at me.
JaVale McGee?
But JaVale McGee is an extraordinary athlete with long arms, a big body, and I think if he's able to somehow, some way, keep Tristan Thompson off the glass, the way Thompson dominated the backboards last year in the finals. I mean, let's be honest, the Cavs played bully ball.
Yep.
And JaVale McGee, sure, he was effective against the Spurs, especially in this game right here where he had 14 points in the first half of game number 3. He's only going to make dunks and layups from an offensive standpoint. But can he be a force on the backboards and blocking shots? If he is not involved in the game at all, I believe that's going to hurt the Warriors. Could be detrimental to them. Could end up costing them the series. Now you're going to go, JaVale McGee, where does he fall in the totem pole? Yes, probably in like 8th or 9th as far as mattering on the court. But he's going to have to be on the court at key times in this series. Andrew Bogut last year got hurt in this NBA Finals.
Huge.
The Cavaliers were losing 3-1. With Bogut out, how many games did the Warriors win the rest of the series? 0.
I think it's Kyle Korver. Look, this is a guy that was brought over and looked lost initially in Cleveland. And then when he caught fire, they caught fire. And really, he hasn't done a whole lot in the postseason yet. They haven't really needed him. At some point in this series, they're going to need the sharpshooter, and maybe he's the best one in the NBA. So what are you going to do? You're going to stop Kyrie? You're going to stop LeBron? At some point, Kyle Korver's going to get every open look that he can handle. And if he knocks him down, how do you defend that? The way the Cavs can spread the court, I think Korver's going to be huge in this series. And again, we haven't really talked about him because he didn't need to so far in the postseason with Cleveland only losing 1 game.
He played some pivotal roles in the Pacers series.
Sure.
In the Raptors series, another game where he came out and played great.
It's like he pops up when they need him, right? But if they don't need him, it's Kyrie, it's LeBron, everything's great. Then all of a sudden, who's that X factor? I think it's Kyle Korver, and I think he's the best pure shooter going on either team in the series. Look, this huge underdog thing for Cleveland, I don't see it. I think these teams are pretty evenly matched. And Korver could be the X factor to put him over the top.
Home court could be the biggest advantage that the Warriors have of all the things we talk about. But Kyle Korver went to college with my wife. And him and I would always cross paths. And I never ask him or tell him who my wife was. Because I never wanted to see his reaction. Like, oh, yeah, her. She still do that thing with her ear?
Stop it.
I don't know.
Come on. There's no way that they knew each other in college. Did they? Things you don't like to talk about.